Hello everyone. I am sitting down to plan the week of March 11th in my Erin Condren life planner, and I'm so glad I took the time to actually look at the pages because I was going to use this beautiful kit that's actually an April kit from Planner Kate, and I realized it's St. Patrick's Day this week, so changed my mind here right at the last minute, and we'll be using this year's St. Patrick's Day kit, which is kit 610. I do have sheet G, the full boxes, and I just love that she included some black in here and that the greens are kind of a muted green and not a bright in your face green. I have the washi strips, the sampler. This is the wrong kit. Apparently I am a hot mess tonight. Okay, so we have sheet D, the checklists, and I guess we'll be using add-on 9, which are the mixed scripts, and I'm kind of feeling these strip headers, so we'll go with that. All right, I guess we will start with the washi at the top. I have really been enjoying that look, and I'll go with this washi first. So it is mid-March. I feel like this is the time of year when we are going to start seeing all of the things from Erin Condren. I haven't looked back at last year's calendar, but surely we are headed into like academic planners, teacher planners I think have launched in April before. Maybe it's May. I think it's changed over the years, to be honest with you. And of course, the Erin Condren Life Planner launch typically happens in April/May as well. I have been thinking about what they could possibly have up their sleeve the past few weeks. So I'm excited to see what they roll out. And I'll be watching, obviously, their socials to see what they have in store. As I am filming this, I can tell you that they do have a spring break essentials line coming out, and I was selected to review that, which includes their new sling bag. And I think that video will go live on the 12th here on this channel, so if you're watching this plan with me and you missed it, you can go back and look at that. But I really enjoy a good like belt bag during the summer. That's what I use because it's easier for me when I'm out with my son around the park and the trails and the frisbee golf, just to grab that. And I highly anticipate just using that new sling bag from Erin Condren this summer. And the one that they sent me is black, and you know, black's a nice classic color, and I like my neutrals, so nothing to complain about there. I am kind of curious to see if they will offer the sling bag in other color options as well. As I'm filming this, I don't have that information, but I'm sure they will. And maybe let me know what you're most looking forward to. Is it teacher planner time, academic planner launch, life planners? What are you looking forward to this planner season? Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and pull this little add-on out right away and start putting some things down. So Monday will be Misfit Monday. And then Wednesday will be Warehouse Wednesday because Kits launched this past week as you're watching this. And we might keep it simple over here on the sidebar. I feel like lately I've been adding a lot of things to my sidebar, which nothing wrong with that, but I do like to mix it up. So I'm going to leave this calendar showing instead of covering it, and we will use a this week sticker if I can find it to label the sidebar and just have like a running to-do list going over here. We might even just use the trackers that are pre-printed. I'm going to keep that handy because I have a feeling I will come back to it. Still using my Pilot Blue G2.5. And we'll start with the out of norm things. So Tuesday, I have a PTO meeting. And I'm going to use this pencil doodle on top of a half box. Okay, so that will be here. And then I really don't have anything else out of the norm for this week. And Taekwondo resumes, so we can just kind of probably go ahead and move that direction next for my son's schedule. And the 17th is St. Patrick's Day. So we're just gonna put this down here. Pretty little full box. And then we will do this checklist page. And I'm kind of feeling these asterisks on top of these little dash labels. So we'll go ahead and put practices in real quick. Okay, let's get these put down. I am going to put them just at this 6 o'clock time slot. They do vary just a little bit in time from day to day, but my son also has the opportunity to teach some of the classes before or after his own practice and help with instruction, and a lot of times he chooses to do that, so it doesn't really need to be right on the specific time because our whole evening is kind of filled up on nights where that happens. We will also put in this weekend banner. And this will be my husband's on-call week. So I do need to mark that, and I think I'll use this thinner washi, not the thinnest strip, but I fell in love with this kind of very pale green with a black polka dot pattern. And let's see what kind of a label we want to use here. I think I'll use one of these squiggle labels. That's a technical term that I just made up. I really don't know what they're called, but they are like paint swatches, so squiggles, that's what we're gonna go with. And maybe one of these little arrows too. We'll see how the layering works on this. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's move into church schedules. I will be done teaching my weekly rotation of Sunday school, so I don't need to put that down. And then we will use these torn edge stickers for regularly scheduled church activities. So we do have a small group on Wednesday. And on Sunday. We'll get those put down real quick, if I can get things lined up straight. And then I do not have any like family friend birthdays, and I don't have anything for my sorority sisters as far as anniversaries or birthdays. And no days off of school. So let's do work meetings next. I do have a couple of things on the schedule for that, of course. And I think I'm going to use these labels from sheet D. So I have, it looks like an 8:30 on Monday. And a 10:30, also on Monday. And why don't I just put these down before I move on to the rest of the week and I forget to put the stickers down, and then I have to kind of figure out going back which days they're supposed to be on. All right, Tuesday, no meetings. The 13th, I have another 8:30. And then Thursday and Friday are kind of a different situation for work because we do preschool roundup or preschool screenings, and I have to be there for paperwork and scheduling purposes. So that's really going to happen a Thursday evening. We kind of work late. And then Friday morning, we finish up. And that will obviously impact my workday quite a bit because I'll be out of the building and out of my office. And I am at the point now in my career where, after teaching high school special education classes for 13 years and then taking the position as a special ed coordinator several years ago, I am getting like second generation students, or my students from high school that I taught have preschool age children now. So that's been fun to see that happening. And really, I think that's it for my work week. And we will finish up with, well, let's use some of these. I'm going to need to order groceries sometime Friday evening, and we'll pick them up on Sunday. I need to get back in the routine of doing that. It really kind of helps with my weekly reset and being prepped for the next week. And then we can talk about, I guess, the rest of the weekly reset items that I do and zone cleaning. So this week would be bathrooms. So I'm going to just make a list of things that I need to do in our bathrooms. With that. All right. So looking at this schedule and practices, my best bet is probably going to be to get this stuff done on Tuesday evening before I head off to the PTO meeting. And then I'm going to use the yellow ones for the weekend tasks. I was struggling there for a minute to remember what my last item was. Okay. And this will probably be done, probably on Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon, here, there, and everywhere. Okay, last up, let's finish up with content. And I think I just want to hand write them in on my planner itself and mark it with one of these little flags. Let's see how this looks. If I hate it, I can cover it with a sticker. Most of the time, I do just write on the sticker and then put it in the planner, but that's okay. I'm gonna try something different. All right. And I have no idea what my content schedule is for next week. Let's take a look. I think on Monday, I'm going to do well, I already have it filmed and I haven't scheduled it other than on my Patreon. So if you're a patron, first of all, thank you. But second of all, it's been posted there for a week or so. And that was me coping with anxiety, how I use gratitude in my traveler's notebook in different ways to help with that. And I think that's going to be Monday's video. And then Tuesday is that spring break essentials launch. And then this will be Thursday's video, I think is the plan. So this would be week 11. And I do not have anything scheduled for Saturday as of yet, but with this extra EC video in here, I feel like 3 videos will be more than enough for me to film and edit and upload and all that jazz. All right, let's finish the sidebar real quick. So I am gonna put the habits in here. So that would be for me, kitchen and beds, cleaning the kitchen, making the beds every day. And then for my son, he is still doing a moon tracker for his science class. So we're gonna put that down here for the second tracker. And then looking at just general to-do items, I need to have my March PTO report done. And then if I'm on top of it, I can do next week's sorority report. And kind of a productivity tip that has worked for me is that I like to batch items. So if I'm already pulling out my treasurer's binders and I'm on the computer and balancing and doing Excel spreadsheets, if I'm doing the one for PTO, I might as well knock out the sorority and for our church as well. We are doing a snap bracelet fundraiser for PTO, so I need to make sure that those order forms are collected and we have the bracelets ready to go for St. Patrick's Day. And for sorority, I need to finish, I'm gonna put like half of my X here as my bullet journal signifier because I have already started our flower fundraiser and I just need to follow up with some things. So I have started it, but I'm not gonna finish the X because it's not completed. And we will have church documents from 310. And I need to wrap up my personal taxes. And I think that's gonna be all that I commit to on the sidebar for now. Okay, that's gonna wrap up the week. I tried to keep it a little more simple by using some smaller flags, writing on the planner itself, and some thinner stickers other than for the large events. And I really like how the week turned out. Green is my favorite color, so obviously I just love St. Patrick's Week because it's green. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you back next time.